And good morning, humanity. It is Mondays with Bev and Paul again. And hello, my name is Paul.
Good morning. Hi, this is Bev.
And we are just having a great time. Did you like our little countdown ticker tape at the beginning there?
Wow.
We are moving up in the world.
I know.
So, good morning, Bev.
Oh, hello, Paul. How are
Nice
you?
to see you again.
You too. It's good to be here.
Yeah, and nice to see all of you, and want to wish you all a happy Rosh Hashanah. They say Lashona Tova in Hebrew, and it's Happy New Year. And of course, already today I've had the question, well, is it the past New Year? Is it the upcoming New Year? No, folks, it's a new year.
It's a new
The
year.
Jewish New Year, and it's the year 5780, 5,780 years on the Jewish calendar.
Yep.
And just a little note for you all, the reason it always changes is because it's based on the lunar calendar. So
Right.
because of that 28-day cycle, the date of Rosh Hashanah is always different. And it always starts the evening before. So it actually started last night at sundown. And you know why that is? Do you, Bev?
Do I know when sundown is?
No, why we start at sundown?
Oh, gosh. No, I'm clueless. Tell
Well, there you
me.
go, because in the Bible it says, "In the evening and the morning were the first day." Ta-da!
Ah, thank you for
So
that.
there we
That's
go. We
very
have a little
interesting.
bit of history. So
Yes,
let's
thank
move
you.
right into our question, which is, how does BioTouch work with elder care? Man, we had a great workshop. Did John Abraham, Abrams? No, Abraham.
Yep.
And it was a wonderful workshop. We had some great information, and we wanted to go over some of the little details and how it really relates to our mission and vision statement. So there was
Right.
one part that really jumped out at you. What was that one?
Yeah, I kind of like had an aha moment because, we're such an integrative technique that really fits with everything, even in the allopathic community. And one of the terms that John used that got my attention was he called it defensive medicine. And this is when doctors prescribe or drugs or treatments or biopsies or tests that in many cases they don't even ask, they just write out the prescription for and send us on our way. So that really got me to thinking about what BioTouch is really all about, and that is for us to participate, to ask questions,
Right.
to make choices from self-awareness, not just take somebody else's word that you just need to go have this procedure done.
Right,
You
and
know,
he was really good with that, taking jumping in and taking some of that uh, responsibility, and that's when he
right.
talked about one of the other things was that advanced directive in relation to that, not just the pre-test, and then even finding out what do the tests tell you. I
Right.
remember Jenny got a bunch of tests, and they were one person was telling her this about it, the other one's telling her that about it. So even when they got the information about the test, there was never a thing about consistency with it. Uh, so it's sort of
Right.
like, okay, but they're
Uh-huh.
so worried about being sued. He was saying that they do all these tests to cover
That's
all the
exactly.
bases, and you
That's
get
right.
confused. You get in this loop, and you can't get out of it. So he was
Yep.
showing us, telling us how to get out of it, right? And one of the things was that advanced directive. Uh,
Oh, right.
when I asked
Yep.
him, and I asked him, I said, "So can you put something like BioTouch in your advanced directive?" And he goes, "Oh, you bet you can. You can put anything you want in that directive."
Oh,
So we're here to encourage all of you out there. Have an advanced directive. If you live in Arizona, each state has its own advanced directive too. He talked about. So make sure
oh,
you're
yeah.
getting the proper paperwork. I went on
Right.
to the Arizona state site, and they have this whole packet of stuff for you to fill out and then actually send back into them, and they'll put it on file so that you can then send it to your doctor. You can send it to your advocate to your family. And you can put anything you want in there. And I had somebody do that once.
That's great.
I had somebody put BioTouch in their directive.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So go ahead.
I was going to say it's our journey. I mean, if we don't have an opportunity to choose at that point, then what is the point?
Right.
This is our own private personal experience, especially if you're talking about transition or whatever, and we deserve the right, our birthright, to choose how we want it to go.
Right. And he kept saying that over and over. So if you want things like homeopathy, or you have a naturopath you're working with, or you want your BioTouch practitioner to come in, I mean, that would mean even if somebody's in ICU or they're in a coma, that you'll have the right to, the family has the right to bring these people in, or especially what he talked about, an advocate. Getting an advocate that isn't necessarily a family member, because the family member in the end gets sort of emotionally tied to it. But to have the advocate talking with the family, talking with, and writing these specifics down, that what you want, what you don't want, what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do, and it's your directive. He just kept saying that over and over and over, to the point where if they don't do your directives, this group that he works with will actually, go out and take legal proceedings to help you get what you want.
Is that called the Final Exit Network?
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, we need to get that posted, because they have all these workshops for people. They work with people in that Final Exit, but they also work with the whole elder community. Because then when I asked him, well, what are elderly people looking for in their health care? And he said, they just want to be cared for. He said they want to be cared for, not just acted upon. That was a powerful statement to me.
Yes. What a world of difference.
Yeah. And he says they want to be home, most people. They just want to be at home. They want their health care to happen at home. And they want to work with their advocate to make sure that all the things they want and don't want are honored. And I just kept thinking of BioTouch, that's really our whole mission and vision statement. So why don't you read to us our mission and vision statement, or at least our visions?
Yeah. Can you put it up on the screen?
Oh, you can't see it.
Do? Okay. Well, then I'm going to read it.
It's on the screen.
I'm going to have,
It's on the screen now. People are looking at it.
It is?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I can't see it.
Right. But the audience can. So I guess here's our vision, to encourage all people to take responsibility for their own health care. There's the key there, responsibility for their own health care. Empower them to assist others, and create a community of people worldwide dedicated to service, self-awareness, recognizing the equality of all humanity, thus forming a chain which shall go on indefinitely. That was just everything he talked about.
I know.
And taking responsibility is a key factor here that we're not trained to do. I was just talking to Anne. She had to go in for this procedure to check on, this problem that she's had for years. And she's had to stand up and take responsibility for who she works with, which doctor she wants. She has to be willing to say, no, I'm not comfortable in this situation. I want this situation. And to work with the medical profession, taking responsibility to work with them. It's not about against them, and BioTouch helps us come to that, doesn't it? That self-awareness.
Yeah. And I think the key here is that when we're working with BioTouch, it eventually gives us a very unique opportunity for us to, be present and to be accounted for, yes, responsible, but to actually participate in that self-awareness with the journey that you're on, not be the subject of somebody else's directives, but actually having dialogue and saying yes or no, or I want a second opinion. It helps us to step up and to just really, be part of that whole experience and not just feel like a victim.
Right. Yeah. And that's just those simple touch points that can help that happen. Somehow, and people, how it happens, I have no idea. But those two fingers touching lightly some of those points brings us to that self-awareness, that self-knowledge, helping us take responsibility, helping us feel comfortable working with our medical practitioners, with our family. One of the keys he talked about here over and over was get together. Get together, folks. Bring that community, as we talk about in our vision. Bring the community together
Right.
to talk about what you want for your dance, for your show, and have everybody participate in that. And then teach the family. I mean, if all everybody did was the greeting, what if everybody learned just the greeting? Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah. I mean, that just starts, gosh, who knows what that starts. I think one of the magical parts of BioTouch too, and that whole um, uh, aspect of the person who is experiencing, a crisis or actually going through a transition is BioTouch adds a really special element because it is so non-invasive. It doesn't contribute to that. It's so gentle and so loving that the only thing that it really contributes is exactly what John was saying, the sense of being cared for by another human being,
Right.
whether it's a friend or a family member. It just is this most beautiful gift in whatever this person is going through at the time. And as we know, not just for that person, but for the ones who are giving the caring.
Right.
Because as we know, many, many, many times there's a feeling of helplessness, and just standing by, being a witness to your loved one's journey. But with BioTouch, this powerful, gentle modality actually lets us do something for them,
Right. And that is
touch them.
so key. I even shared at the workshop with my father, a guy working with his father, and he had this neuropathy, and I did BioTouch, working on his feet, and had thought about, God, if it was just to massage his feet, I'd probably freak out. Oh, I can't touch my dad's feet.
Right.
But the fact that I had a system that made it okay to touch his feet, it broke the
Yes.
barrier. It broke down the barriers between my father and myself, and
That
I think that,
programming.
yeah, the programming, not that I
Yeah.
didn't care and that I wouldn't, but it just, oh, I'm going to do BioTouch. Oh, BioTouch, I need to work on your feet. And just
Right.
those two fingers in a system that we call BioTouch made it easier for me to break through those barriers, those old
And
uh,
probably for him,
tapes.
maybe
Yeah,
for him too.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was it was an awesome experience. And it's interesting, and I just clicked on it. People just want to feel cared for, not acted upon. Well, our research data had one of those questions. How cared for do you feel?
Right. Exactly.
And off the
Yes.
charts, it was like, people felt cared for with BioTouch,
Yeah.
on the skin, and a lot different than these off the body modalities, what we call energy modalities, because there's a
Right.
difference on skin to skin touch, that we're sentient beings, and that is so vital for our healthcare is to be touched on the skin, that communication
Yeah.
network. So,
Right.
we always want to teach it, yeah?
Yes.
So we're going to teach you, one of the sets we taught was the metabolism, which through our whole caring of our healthcare, elder care or youth care or any care, metabolism is a key set of points to do. So here we go. We're just going to teach it to you.
The metabolism set can be used to help the body assimilate what it needs and eliminate what it doesn't. The metabolism set has 2 steps. Step 1 involves touching points in matching fire along the large muscles on the front of the neck. points 1 and 1, are located above the collarbone in the soft indentations on both sides of the notch at the top of the breastbone. Points 2 and 2 are halfway up the neck on the front of the large muscles. Points 3 and 3 are at the top of the neck on the front of the large muscles. The second step involves holding a point on the front of the body and touching points next to the spine on the back. Hold point X on the front of the body is on a line directly between where the nipples would be on a youth and is 1 to 2 inches to the left of the breastbone. Another way to find X is 1/3 of the way up the breastbone from greeting point 1 and 1 to 2 inches to the left of the breastbone. The points on the back are located next to the spine, forming a rectangle around the breakover point. The breakover point is where the bottom of the rib cage joins the spine and can be found by imagining a line directly through the body from greeting point 1. To perform step 2, find hold point X on the front of the body and touch points 1 through 4 on the back. Point 1 is approximately 1 to 2 inches up from the breakover point on the left spine muscle. Point 2 is directly across from point 1 on the right spine muscle. Point 3 is 2 to 3 inches below the breakover point on the right spine muscle. Point 4 is used to address blood sugar problems and is added to the other metabolism points when needed. It is located across from point 3 on the left spine muscle.
Incredibly. You know what I was realizing watching that? I learned something new every time. Is how well this video is in teaching people where these points are.
Oh yeah, it's a great tool, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it was very specific. Here's the breakover. It's directly through your greeting point. You know, we show the points exactly where they are on a body. So it really is a no-brainer, folks. It's so easy to learn BioTouch. So we encourage you to download our, if nothing else, the free preview to our ebook. Go to justtouch.com, or you can also type in biotouchhealing.com. So we're trying to get that word BioTouch healing out there to more and more people. And for $18, you can become a member and download the whole manual with DVD, and we'll work with you if you have any questions. We'll also do online training. Yeah, you're working with 2 people now, aren't you?
I am. Wow.
Cool.
Our online training, global online training is amazing. I'm really enjoying this. Yeah.
Tell us who they are and where they're from.
Hala is from Cairo, Egypt, and Zaglul is from Dubai,
right?
The Arab Emirate States.
And
yes.
Isn't he a doctor using only natural care?
I don't. Yeah, he calls himself a doctor without drugs, and he has an institute there. And one of the things he does, he works with children with autism and Down syndrome. Oh, I'm just so excited for him to learn this. Yeah.
So
and
all of you can. That's just great. So everybody, you can learn this online. So you don't have to come here if you're having problems. You know, we have instructors to work with you one-on-one. We can Zoom with you. We can check the points. We have a little workbooks to work with you. So not difficult to learn. Go to justtouch.com. Call us at that phone number you see below, 800-473-3812. There are numerous ways to get hold of us, and Bev will answer all your emails.
Right. Thank you, Paul.
You know, we don't want you to feel lonely up there in Medford, Oregon.
You know, that's the one thing I haven't felt so far.
So we want to thank you all for letting us come into your home again. Thanks, Bev. I really enjoy doing these shows with you.
Oh, me too, Paul. Thank you.
So Happy New Year, everybody, and we'll see you all next week, yeah?
Yes, and have a happy week.
If pain has got you down and you live in town, take a trip down to Pima Street. The people down there are people who care. They will get you back on your feet. Put love into action. Put love into action. If you ever want to have any real sad